Hey, my friends, this is Sylvie Curry, Lady of Q. It's the day before Thanksgiving, and I'm getting ready to prep some things for tomorrow just to stay ahead of the game. This is what I'm going to be using for my macaroni and cheese. This is my mother's recipe, and I've been using it for years and years and years. What I got is a pound of elbow macaroni. You can use the large or the small. This happens to be the large. I've got 6 eggs. I've got 2 cans of carnation evaporated milk, which comes out to be about 3 cups of milk total. I've got a stick of butter. I've got some sharp and mild cheddar cheese. I'm only going to be using approximately, maybe about a pound, pound and a half of the cheese, and it'll be divided evenly between the two. Come over here and I'll show you what I got going too. I've got my water boiling. I've got a little bit of olive oil in there and a little bit of salt. And once it comes to a boil, I'll boil my elbow macaroni till it's a little al dente, not quite done because it's going to cook longer in the oven. So I'll be back with you in just a few when we start putting this baby together. I just added my macaroni to the boiling water. I'm going to stir that around a little bit so it doesn't stick on the bottom. In addition, I've also melted some butter over here. And this butter I'm going to use to go over the macaroni and cheese and to coat the pan that I'm going to cook it in, cooking it in a half pan. I've got my cheese measured out, and actually this is a little bit more than a pound. It's probably about a pound and a half. And got my eggs and my milk. The macaroni is done, and it's al dente. Now I'm going to drain it. I have my strainer here in the sink, and I'm going to pour the macaroni through the strainer. And while my macaroni is still hot, I'm going to pour that butter over it. And just make sure that each one of the noodles is coated with butter. This is a dish for the holidays, so it is rich. Lots of butter, lots of eggs, lots of cheese. Then at the same time, I have here in this bowl my eggs, and I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of salt in there. And that's to taste, depends on your liking. Then I'm going to beat these eggs. And once they're all beat, I'm going to come back and add my milk. I'm using evaporated milk, but you can use whole milk if you want. The only reason I use evaporated milk is because I usually don't keep milk around the house. And whenever I need to cook something that requires milk, I can always go to the evaporated milk, the canned milk, as a substitute. And it's 1 for 1. Mix that up. Now I've got all the ingredients to go into this mac and cheese. So I've got the macaroni that's coated in the butter. Got the custard mixture, which is the eggs and the milk. And I've got the cheeses. Now we're going to get ready to combine all three. Okay, getting ready to combine the cheese first with the macaroni. And it's just a matter of taking it and trying to spread it evenly all throughout. And you got to save some to put on the top after we've put the custard mixture in. So I've got a lot of that cheese already in there. Then I'm going to take our custard mixture and just pour it all over. And it will find its way into all the open crevices, into the macaroni itself. And we'll take what we have left of the cheese and just spread it all over the top. And when this cooks, we'll have us a nice, ooey, creamy macaroni and cheese. And may I add that we have no Velveeta. This is all cheese, real cheese. No processed cheese. And I apologize for the angle of this video, but just as I was getting ready to shoot this segment, the little attachment that goes on my camera broke, so I was unable to attach it to the so that I could show you all the angles of this. So now this is what we have. Now at this stage, I could actually put this in the refrigerator and cook it tomorrow, which would be Thanksgiving. Or I can cook it now and reheat it. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave it at this stage, put it in the refrigerator, and tomorrow when I get ready to get everything going, just take it out of the refrigerator, put it in the oven, and let it go, 350 degrees, until it's really ooey gooey. You can also stick a temp probe in there. And a temp probe, when it goes in, if you get it to like about 160, you're good to go. Or you can go by how bubbly the cheese is on the top. Mac and cheese is done.
Can you sit at the table? Table. This is where I cannot eat until I gotta get the cranberries. It's in my lap. I'm a loser. I wear it.
Am I missing anything?